Good afternoon. It's Maggie. Look at that. You see what I always say? I always make it exactly for this. I don't know how I do that, but I do. I felt so thirsty and parched. I just got home, so I took part of my papaya and I made a smoothie. And when you put like 10, 12 ice cubes in the smoothie, then it cools you off, which is what I wanted. Oh my God. How are you guys doing? How was your Mother's Day? I have to stay over here because my phone is dying. So I'm charging it. I wonder maybe if I put the charger here, if it doesn't fall off. Oh, it might fall off. I love my little fast charger. I just started using it about a month ago. How are you ladies doing? I went out today, went to the bank, and then after the bank, I said, I'm gonna go to this store that we call Discovery Center here in Panama. That's what I'm gonna talk to you about. Discovery is like a super Walmart and a Home Depot and a bit of Target all roll into one. It's humongous. It's got a huge hardware section with everything for the home, everything. So people who are into renovating their homes or doing an addition or whatever, they would go there to buy stuff. I don't think I saw an outside like it with Lowe's where you can get blocks and plants. I don't know, but I don't think I saw that. But to get to Discovery, I was at Multiplaza, and there was really no way to figure out a straight shot to take a bus to go there. I would have had to Uber there, and it's like different parts of the city, and you know where the mall is, there is no metro line. That's one thing about San Francisco that people complain about, is that the layout of the city did not take into consideration transportation. You got lots of buses that go through there. So I took a bus back to Cinco de Mayo, and from Cinco de Mayo took another bus for about 40 minutes because it's past immigration, past Mini-Med, you know, it's that big stretch of road. That's where it's on the same road. But I remember Santa Maria is one of the stops, and I did a house sit there with a kitty. So it is quite a little distance, right? And I think I left here at about, maybe close to 12 o'clock. And lo and behold, the heavens opened. Let me tell you, the humidity here in Panama City is nothing to play with. It is so humid. You just step out, it just kind of grabs you, and you're like, oh, right? And then it doesn't matter how you dressed, you're gonna start sweating. And then it looked like it's gonna rain, so you got your umbrella out. You make sure you have your umbrella, and then you're wearing the right shoes. People are always keeping their little sandals, and I'm like, in this time of the year when you go out, you don't know when the rain is gonna stop. You should have your tennis shoes on, something to protect your feet. So I got on the bus, and the rain came, and the rain came. I'm talking sheets and sheets. I was by the window, you couldn't see outside. It was sheets of it coming down. And the bus, I don't like to be on a bus, you know, when it's that kind of rain. The water level was like this high. And I was like, I'm not gonna get out and go to the store. And of course, like Florida, you go like a few miles and then it started to, you know, slow down. So But the thing I needed to get at Discovery, and like I say, if you're in Panama and you ever want to go check out for things for your home, for your bathroom, and of course it's got a little bit of food stuff, kind of like if you go to Target and you see a little bit of food area, they have that. But things for your home, I was looking for a Swiffer, and nowhere else in the city did I see it. Now, the home improvement stores here are called Do It Center, and somebody told me they knew about Do It Center in the States. I've never heard of it, but Do It Center didn't have it. Nove, which is the other one, we have two home improvement stores. Kind of like in the States, you have Home Depot, and then you had, what's the other one? Lowe's, right? So I knew I would find it there. And then as I started looking at different stuff there, the prices are not that great. Because if you go to Super 99, you get a lot of stuff a lot cheaper. Like if you're looking for some, batteries, a little bit of mild electronics and stuff, Super 99 got the best prices. Or Oka Loka, which is a really low-end store at the mall at Albrook. But things like cleaning supplies, things for your home, things for your bathroom, they're a lot more expensive at Discovery. So, and then it's so far out from where I am, so it's not a place I would go back to. But I was looking for the Swiffer. I have all tiles here, and when I clean, once a week, it's like you put the, I don't know if you guys have ever used this thing, but the orange cleaner from, what is it? Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree used to have this stuff. You remember, it used to be $1, now it's $1.25. I don't know, I think it's $1.50, but it is worth its money. It cleans your floor. I swear by this. And once I was at Okaloka, and there it was. I'm like, oh my God. Because my video this week is going to be about the things that you miss when you're an expat that you can't find here, which could be a bit, but they have that. So I put that in my water when I'm cleaning the floor, or I put vinegar, or sometimes I'll put a bit of Dawn and I put a little bit of bleach for the floor. But sometimes you just need a quick wipe down, and that's why I needed a Swiffer. And I'm like, I think I can find it there, and I did. So now I'm gonna have to figure out how to put it together, because this one says, lock and sweep. You can sweep with it, and then you can wipe. So they give you 8 dry sweeping cloths and 2 wet mopping cloths. And then of course they have the filling, that you can go buy. And but I couldn't believe Do It Center didn't have it. But the only thing I found at Discovery, which was, I was there one time. Oh baby, 07 AI. What kind of name is that? Last time I was there, I did not notice they have a huge section of what we call DME, durable medical equipment. I saw hospital beds. They had wheelchairs, walkers. They had folding beds. You know how sometimes people like to have those. If somebody comes to visit, you don't have anywhere to put it. Have folding beds. I was surprised, and I want to tell people about it, because sometimes you're looking for a rolling walker. The walker with the seat, because I'm dealing with a bunch of older people, and I might need one time. So, trying to cool myself off with the smoothie. I put lots of ice in it. So that was my little story I wanted to tell you about what I found at Discovery Center. And if you are in Panama City, sometimes you're looking for something, you might want to go there. But the other thing I was looking for, oh baby, are you a bot? I am not cute, thank you very much. But you know, you may be looking for something. The other thing I was looking for, I'm looking for a plant to put up there, right there. You know, the plant that kind of looks like a vine to come down. And because everything is white and brown, I'm looking for like what I have in my home in Florida, like a pot that is kind of colorful, you know, like a blue or a green. And I went there, it wasn't my list, I had my list. No, nothing like that. They have this little thing about this big, nothing big. That's another frustration. You cannot find stuff like that here in Panama. So I remember last time when I went home, when I went to Discovery, if you wanted to pot a plant, they would have the planter sometime if you're lucky. It would have the hole in the bottom, but you're looking for the flat part so that you can sit it in so it can catch the water. Nowhere to be found. So I had it on my list and I brought it with me. Well, today they have some planters. I don't know if somebody complained or whatever, but I'm like, why would you have the pot and not the what do you call that? I don't know what you call that. But some of that stuff, it can be a little bit irritating, you know. If you're trying to do something and you can't find it. Okay, so these are the cloth, the extra cloth that came with the set. This is wet mopping, and this is, oh, these are the two wet mopping. Who are the others? Oh, okay, these are the dry ones. Okay. All right, so that would be the top. Uh-oh. No bueno. Oh. Okay. Okay. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? All right. And all right, there's something I'm not doing right. But anyway, that's what my video is going to be about this week. The things that you're not going to find abroad. And I know a lot of us make lists. Like I say, I am very blessed that some people say, oh, Maggie, I hear you're in this, I'm going to bring you this. I mean, I'm so appreciative. Like, we have one sister coming in June, and she already asked me, are you sure there's nothing else you need? So yesterday, I added phyllo, F-I-L-O, that you use to make the gumbo, which I want to make gumbo. But if you don't have phyllo, it's like you're missing something in the gumbo, right? So I said, oh, if you're listening, Julie, just add that to your list. But I will send her an email about that. But so lots of things that you make a list for yourself when you're coming, you bring it with you, or what am I doing wrong? Or when you go home, then you bring more of it with you. You know, I had to put something like that together when I bought my mop. I have a mop that is, oh, how do I explain it? It's a nice, you know, with the cloth hanging, and then you wet it, and then you put it up, and then it just kind of circles. But it works, and I figured it out on my own. And I'm usually pretty good at putting them together. Yeah, I know this is supposed to be up here. So, okay. This is supposed to be here. You know, when I got divorced, I had to figure out a bunch of things. My house, and my younger sister had gotten divorced. She's like, sis, if you need any help, let me know. I've gotten pretty good at figuring things out around the house. Okay, I got that, but now this doesn't move. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out and play with it. So this is kind of wide, but I was able to get that. What else did I get? I just got a couple of other things because I realized, prices of things that I know. You know what else you can find? Hi, Miss Thomas. Some that you can find here. If you're looking for the bleach, what do you call that? Bleach, the round bleach thing that you put inside your tank in the bathroom. Can't find that. You can only find the blue thing. And I remember I read somewhere that the blue stuff is not really good for your tank in the bathroom. So I don't use the blue. You can't find the bleach. I think I found it one time. And that's another thing. Now you see it, now you don't. You could go this week and you see something, and you go back next month, you can't find it. Or it could be gone for months. Yes, those kind of things you gotta get used to. And depending on the day, it can annoy you. I'm just telling you. So I can figure out how that is. But for the heat and the humidity in Panama, having a dehumidifier is not luxury. If you don't want to have mold and you want to stay on top of it. So now see, I came in and the house felt stuffy. And when it's stuffy to me, that means the humidity level is high. Now in the bedroom, I have this unit. This is a mini dehumidifier. It's not the one, some people buy the big one that you can put on the ground, like on a console, and it can dehumidify the whole house, not the whole house, but maybe all the open areas. Then you have to have damp rid that you're gonna hang in your closet. And let me tell you, the last time I hung a dump rid, and it was so crazy because I go back and that thing is full of water, and I'm like, you have all that water inside with my clothes. That's why when people have mold, even their clothes got mold. The bed, the bedding. Oh, can you imagine that? And you can't breathe that stuff because you're gonna get sick. So I am forever looking around and making sure once the rainy season comes that, I have fans, I have this fan going, I have another fan, and turn the AC just to keep the air dry. So this one, the little canister just pulls out, right? And then sometimes it fills up with water, like in 3 days. I'm like, that is a lot of water. So I am going to be getting another one because I don't have a big one. I'm going to have another one in the guest room because yesterday, they were cleaning the AC units and that unit wasn't working. So that area where the other room has been not without a lot of air going. So I turned the light on, and then I have an armoire, and I'm looking on it, and I see some spots, and I was like, ding, 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 nope. So I just put some water, put some bleach in it, and started wiping. That's what you do. You wipe everywhere because you want to nip it in the bud. You should always be looking all over in your apartment. You are looking at your clothes, your shoes, When I first got into this apartment, the first summer or rainy season, I have a black suede shoe. And then I was looking and I'm like, I saw spots on it. And I'm like, no bueno. You start running. I'm telling you, you have to be this attentive, right? Because once the mold sets in, I don't know what it is. It's like it invades everywhere. Then you have to call a company to have them test it, clean it, retest it, and your landlord's not going to pay for that. It's all on you. So be very careful, okay? So I went to look for the damp rig today, didn't find it. So I'm going to go back to Super 99. In Panama, we have a few food stores that are like mini Super Walmart. You know, they kind of sell a bit of everything except clothing. So Super 99 is one that I frequent sometimes, although I don't like it in terms of vegetables and fruit. I think their quality is like, right? But if you want good prices for other things, you know, like rice, oil, and stuff like that, people like to buy. There, what do I buy at Super 99? My evaporated milk. I buy coffee. I don't buy coffee there. Evaporated milk for my coffee. Some nuts. They have a good selection of nuts, which I like. And sometimes I'll buy onions, you know, but, you know, I don't buy meat or fish anywhere at those stores. If I need to buy, you know, like an oxtail or some chicken breast or something, I'll go to San Felipe and get it fresh there. So I'm going to go and check to see if they have the damp rig there. If they don't have it, I couldn't find it at Do It Center. That's the thing. You're looking, you're hunting. Another thing I'm going to talk about in my videos is the idea that you have to go to multiple places to get what you need. You can't say, I'm going to Target and I'm going to get everything on my list. No. It doesn't work like that. You have to go here, there, I guess you get your steps in. But when the weather is this bad and it is so humid, you don't want to be out there. Now, one other thing I'm getting the sisters to do is to order from this company that will deliver a lot of your food, especially things that are heavy. Company called Fruity Drop. You can order fruits, vegetables, herbs, legumes, and they have root vegetables as well. So if you want to order like a watermelon, papaya, pineapple, they have sometimes honeydew, but what's the other one? You know, another melon. And then I order coconut from them. You can order potatoes, sweet potatoes, squash, avocado, you know, and the quality is pretty good. Last time I took a chance and ordered carrots. The carrots were like little cantaloupe. Thank you. You know what? I need y'all to keep, because I don't remember names, but cantaloupes, anything that's heavy. And then this sister was in my class. She's like, oh my God, I need that number. I'm like, yeah, who wants to be carrying a watermelon? You know, because most of us don't drive. So having it delivered, no fee if you live within the city proper, no delivery fee so far. And if you order by 5 p.m. today, the order is in your building downstairs before 12 o'clock. Okay, listen, we are old. We're paying for convenience. So yes, I order like every couple of weeks. And when I order, I usually order, I haven't ordered papaya and pineapple. I usually go to Merca Panama. Yes, good exercise walking, yeah. And just be careful, sis. We have had a rash of, I want to say robberies. So, and I think this ring of people are targeting expats because they think we have money. So be very careful where you go and what time of the day. And of course, in this weather, this temporada, this season, this rain, so if you can do something in the morning before 10 o'clock, by all means. After 12 o'clock, if it's gonna rain, that's when it's gonna rain. All right? And then like right now, the rain is done. So people ask me all the time, tell me about the rainy season. How bad does it get? You cannot predict. No one can tell you it's gonna rain today. If somebody tells you it rains every day, they're lying. If somebody says it rains all day, every day, they're lying. Because that is not how it works. Very unpredictable. You just know you're in the rainy season. It can rain at any time. Please hit the like button, por favor. And just like, you know, this is my motor bag. You know my bag. I always have that with me. I have my umbrella in there, hand sanitizer, wipes, my fan. You know, I am old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned, right? But you can have the little handheld people have. Some people have the neck thing. Whatever you need to keep you cool because you're gonna sweat, okay? So make sure you have good deodorant. I had one of my friends bring me some Dove deodorant because it was like I was struggling with that too. You know, I struggle with something. I'm looking for body wash. And I said, okay, I'm looking for Dove. I saw a Dove set. I bought it way when I first got here. I haven't seen it again since. So I can't replenish. So you're trying this brand. This one looks good. And I bought one that says oatmeal, right? I'm like, oh, oatmeal, that's good for your skin. And then when I opened it, I poured it. It's this clear gel looking thing. No. So I keep trying different brands to see if I can find one that suits me. Not yet. I just bought a new set of shampoo and conditioner. They say the shampoo has rosemary in it, so I'll tell you how that goes when I get to it. When I first got here, I went to PriceSmart. PriceSmart, it's like Costco. I didn't have a Costco membership when I was home, but I did have a Sam's Club membership for years. But after a while, when I closed my cafe and the kids were out, you know, they weren't at home, I didn't renew my membership because I don't need a whole bulk of this, bulk of that. So when you first arrive to Panama, I recommend, I say, get a card from PriceSmart and then stock up, you know, fill your house with what you're going to need. So get a good amount of paper towel, toilet paper, detergent, fabric softener, toothpaste, if you find deodorant, because a lot of the things you find at PriceSmart are things you would have found in Costco. The layout of the place is the same, right? Lots of frozen stuff, things in bulk, which for one person, I don't need all that. So when it expired, I paid $35, I think, when I first got here. And of course, everybody tells you to get it, so you get it. But when the renewal came, and I did order online from there, oh, I gotta tell you that, disaster. When the renewal came, they said 47. I'm like, I don't need to pay you 47 because I go there maybe once or twice a year. No bueno para mí. So I'm like, I let it go. And if I need to buy a bulk of toilet paper towel, I order it online from Do It Center and then they deliver it to my building. Listen, you can have anything delivered here. There's a service called Pedidos Ya. That means ask us now. And apparently they're all over Latin America. It's not just here. They'll deliver anything that they can carry on a moped because all the drivers, that's what they drive. And if you got something that's a little bit bigger, Uber, I think Uber delivers too. So we're good. So I say have it delivered. So if you first get here, go ahead and get a PriceSmart card and stock up. And if it makes sense for you to renew it, if you like to go there to buy, you know, like a big oil and stuff, you can do that. But it didn't make sense for me, so I haven't renewed it. And when you get a membership card, they say you can add someone to your card. So I was saying that, and one of my sisters here, she said, well, let me know when you need to go. I get a call so you can come with me. She's so sweet, Monica. I love you. So yesterday I was doing the live and I said, I woke up and kind of everything that's been happening in the news it was kind of hit. And I had to talk to myself to say, all right, Maggie, yes, that's the situation, but you got to get yourself snap out of it. Oh, she called me. She was so worried. She's like, oh, no, I heard you say that, and you're the one encouraging us. You can go. I'm like, well, sis, nobody is up all the time. You get some days where you're like, whew, Lord have mercy, right? So being in a place where you say you feel a little bit despondent and a little bit sad, that's human, that's normal. If you tell me that you've never had a down day, first of all, I'm not going to believe you. And are you trying to impress someone with that? No, sis. Being human means you have your ups and your downs. You just need to know how to manage the downs, right? So you don't stay in the dumps too long, because that's when it becomes depression. So the way I do mine, I said, okay, I'm having a moment. And I said, all right, sis, you need to snap out of it. So now to counteract that, do something that's going to change that. Put some good music on, start dancing, start cooking. Something that you do that brings you joy, it kind of short circuits your brain. So you take your focus off. So that's when you don't go watch more news. You don't go on your social media and start listening to all this. I'm trying to be polite here. Just stay away or do a fast. Do a social media fast. I used to do that with my kids who were teenagers. We used to say, okay, we're going to do 2 or 3 days with no TV, no phone, nothing. And they survive. We survive, right? Okay. So you go to PriceSmart and you fill up. You get your stuff. Tanya, please be careful with deodorants that has aluminum and other chemicals. Try using sliced lemon. Oh yeah, I know all about that. The latest research that I read said that is not true. They haven't found real connection between aluminum and cancer and all that. Yes. So thank you, sis. I appreciate that. But a lot of stuff that we've been told, remember, I'm a skeptic when it comes to research. They say one thing today, and then next year, in 5 years, they say, oops, we were wrong. Same with, cholesterol, aspirin, and all this stuff. They always come back and say, oh, we were wrong. I think the only thing people have said in research that have been consistent is the benefit of good food and exercise. Everything else that comes around, I'm like, because I looked at that recently, because I was looking for, I used to go to this health food store to buy deodorant with I even bought one, but then I ran out. But anyway, so you do that with PriceSmart, and then after that, when you want to shop, just like Miss Thomas says, she likes to walk. Well, you're gonna walk, right? Because you're gonna get your fruits and your vegetables. When I say your fruits and vegetables, you may find a little stand at the corner of your house where you can get the pineapple, the papaya, maybe some oranges, some mandarin. They love mandarin here, which I love too. Bananas, but that's it. So what about the veggies? If you want spinach, broccoli, that's another place you need to go get it. Now, some of us like sweet potatoes, but the sweet potato here is different. It's white. It's not like what we used to. We found 2 places that have it. So if you're craving sweet potato, after you do your shopping, you have to go to Fruteria Mimi in El Cangrejo, or you go to Foodies in Marbella. So you see what I mean? You have to go here and there to get your stuff. It's like, oh my God. Yes, I love to go to Merca Panama, but I can only carry so much because I don't drive. And even if I drove, I can't buy a whole bunch of things because I'm not gonna eat it all. It's gonna spoil before I get to use it. So it's a constant, always mindset. You know, I was in Multi-Plaza today, and I always stop at Reba Smith just to see if they have okra, because that's one of two places where, thank you, that's the two places where I found okra, but not every time you go there. It's like, do they have it? Oh, not today. And you see the young man and you say, nah, who? I was like, oh, no, senora. We don't have it today. I don't understand why they have it sometimes, not all the time. The things that are consistent, you're gonna find, you know, your oil, your beans, your sugar, of course, sugar, rice, those things, you know, are standard. I don't eat cheese, so I'm not ever chasing cheese, even though I bought a little block of Parmesan this weekend when I was cooking yesterday. Super expensive. And I was telling them yesterday, I'm staying away from gluten, right? Because I feel, I'm not sure, but I feel like maybe I have a little bit of sensitivity, which I never used to have. So bread was something I don't ever have bread in the house. But anything that is wheat based, so I'm trying to stay away. I bought a nice rolling pin, and I'm like, I need to do some baking. So I thought maybe I could do like a flat bread, you know, in a week or two. And I said, okay, let me find some almond flour. 1 pound of almond flour was like, was it $12.95 or $13? I'm like, what the heck? Yes. So certain things you're looking for, you're gonna pay, all right? What a lot of us do, we adjust our cooking to what's local, right? So I love Brussels sprouts, but it is an imported item. And when I go, I see a little flat like this, and they want $6 for it, and I'm like, I'm not buying it. I'm not paying that. Or if you're looking for cauliflower, $10, $11 for one cauliflower. I'm like, no. Let's go for the broccoli. The broccoli is a lot more affordable, right? So we have to adjust. I think where I struggle are for like bath and beauty stuff. It took me a long time to find a foundation that would match my skin, because my skin tone is a bit yellow. I tried several and I couldn't find one. So finally I had settled with 2 of them. One base and then one for spots. So now I was out of the spot. I was at the same store somewhere, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking for this number, that number. So I got it, and I come home, it's not the same. Those are the daily small struggles. Oh my God, yes, body soap, yes, that's, you know, for your texture hair. So now I use rosemary oil on my scalp and my hair, so it doesn't matter so much what brand of shampoo, you know, because some shampoos just dry your hair, and it's not made for our type of hair. So let's just say it. You know, my struggle with the shoe size. So but I was able to find 2 pairs of tennis shoes. So I'm going to wear those until they fall off. So I'm good, because I went back to the place to pay less, where I bought the first pair, and after that, when I went back, you know how you go to a store and the first time you're like, oh, this is nice, and then you go back and you're like, not so nice. Because when I went back, I look at some and I'm like, I don't like those, but I was able to find some in another store. But anyway, this is my saga for the day. But I found my Swiffer extra large. I didn't know they came in different sizes. So I'm really pleased about that. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to get, maybe that's what happened. Oh, okay. Maybe there was an extra piece that I was missing. Okay. I knew it, because I'm pretty good at putting these things together. All right. Now I got my Swiffer. Yes. Muy bien. Another thing I was trying to get. You found Cantu in LA. Okay. You know where I saw Cantu also at Ocaloca. Yeah. But that's probably the only brand for our type of hair that you're gonna find. The soap, not the same either. And you know, I said I would go to Bath and Body Works and try. I tried one when I ran out of my perfume, my J'adore. I said, okay, until I go to the States where I can get it, let me get something to tie me up. And I went to Bath and Body Works, and I had like, there was something that was being promoted, and I think one of the ladies who was here bought a set, and I bought it. You know, you try to test her, and I get home, there was absolutely no smell. It's still there. I can spray it. Nothing. Oh, and then I went to a place and I said, do you have J'adore? Oh yes, come in. And then I bought it for like $100 and some, and it's not good. The struggle is real, okay? So when you are going home, whatever you need, that you really need, make a list or have people bring it for you, because it's not gonna be the same. I have the ladies bringing me utensils, you know, things like, I bought a couple of skillets. They're like, I saw one today at that place, but it was like $30, kind of expensive. So I need to go back to Ocaloca. But it's like hit or miss. A lot of the things that you buy here for the home, not the same. I told you, it took me a long time to find some good quality towels. And I tell people, bring your nice towels with you, your sheets, bring them until you can investigate and find some place or a brand that you like. I was looking for a pillow top for my bed because the beds tend to be a bit hard. That's another thing. And I went to this store. It's a bedding store. And I'm like, do you have, she's like, oh, they're going to be here in March. So I went there early March. She's like, oh, we still don't have it. So I went somewhere else and I bought one. It's okay, but it's not thick. I remember my pillow top at home on my bed. The bed that I watched somebody come and take. Yes, that was traumatic. So I think all these are adjustments that we as expats have to do. Yep. Thank you, Bedina Bebe. Oh, I got a name, huh? All right, ladies. I'm not cooking, of course. I'm eating leftovers from yesterday. And I have been trying to fast. It's becoming really hard for me. I get real hungry, so I have to eat. So I'm trying to not eat, and I'm having a smoothie. So maybe that will help me. All right, guys. I will talk to you soon. Have a good evening. Au revoir.